It's time to discover the identity of the brand new Green Ranger. This is Comicstorian. I take comic books, I turn them into audio dramas, acting out the characters. We make alterations to the storyline, the panels, the images, and the whole point of this is to prevent copyright problems and remove just enough that if you go add these books to your collection, you'll have something to add to your collection. Today we're going to be bringing you Mighty Morphin Volume 1. Now the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series went for 55 issues. It then broke up into 2 different series, and we're going to be telling you the Mighty Morphin Volume 1 chapter this week. It's going to give you the identity of a brand new Green Ranger. So just so you know what happened in the last chapter in the other storyline, Tommy is the White Ranger, he's got all of the Power Rangers together right now, and they were saved by a mysterious brand new Green Ranger. While this is going on, the original Rangers, Jason, Trini, and Zach, have become the Omega Rangers, and they are journeying through space right now. So today we're going to follow the White Ranger and all of his buddies and what's going on with the Green Ranger. These 4 issues are kind of a little all over the place as they're mostly setting up the future of the Power Rangers franchise, but trust me, you're going to enjoy it and we're going to tell you who the Green Ranger is by the end of this. So let's get into this chapter. Since their last encounter with Zed and his Dark Power Rangers and the appearance of a possible new ally, Zordon has been scouring the far reaches of space in search of this new mysterious Green Ranger. But even after combing through all the information that they had, whoever is hiding the Ranger clearly knows how to cover their tracks. And the person helping them cover their tracks is Billy. But while the Rangers are speculating who this person could even be, up on the moon, Finster, Goldar, Squat, and Babu find themselves with their own dilemma. Since the Green Ranger's involvement in the last fight and exposing him to the Green Chaos energy, Zed has been left in an unconscious state. Babu, however, has concerns about trying to find a way to wake him. Considering the last time Zed entrusted them with this task, they did sort of fail and Zed did threaten their very lives. Goldar asks what does he mean. If you have something to say, then just say it! And Babu tells him that he is simply suggesting that if Zed regains consciousness, they should have something to offer him. Finster then says that in the spirit of self-preservation, Babu does have a point. But as the 4 of them try to think of a plan, they miss that Lord Zed is in fact conscious, as his hands begin to move. Back on Earth, Rocky hits the gym with Matt Cook, and the 2 discuss the all-too-important question of whether football is better than martial arts. Though not long into the workout, Tommy reminds Rocky that they have a sparring session this afternoon, and makes it a point to dismiss Matt. Rocky asks if they know each other, and Matt offers his hand, telling him, "Not officially, my name is Matt. How are you doing?" Tommy glares at Matt. "I know who you are. I'll be waiting for when it's time to practice. Nice to finally meet you, Matt." As Tommy walks off, Rocky asks what the hell was that about, and Matt says that it might be because he used to date Kim. And just like clockwork, after school, there's a monster sighting at a construction site, and Zordon calls in the Rangers to take care of things. The team quickly morphs and is teleported out, and Tommy tells everyone that their first objective is to make sure that the workers are safe. Once they clear a path, they can take down the panda. Hopefully there won't be any more surprises along the way. But before they could even attack, everyone stares for a moment, and Rocky says, "Well, so much for that." The new Green Ranger appears, cracking Pandemonium in the face, knocking him to the ground. Adam radios back to the command center asking if Draken is still in his cell, and Alpha tells him that Draken is. Which Rocky then says, "Sweet, I owe you $5. Tommy tells the others that they can worry about secret identities later. Finish off the putties while he takes out their big furry friend. Once the putties are clear, everyone leaps into attack, and Tommy tells Pandemonium that Zed sent him to the wrong town. And Pandemonium asks, "Zed? I know not of a Zed. My masters are many, but their command is simple. Retrieve the Green Power Ranger and destroy the rest." Pandemonium begins to gather his energy, and with enough stored up, releases a massive shockwave that throws everyone back. Tommy is the first to his feet, jumping right back in, but Pandemonium smacks him to the ground. "I'll make an example out of you. Master Goldar will be pleased." As Pandemonium is getting ready to deliver the final blow, the Green Ranger jumps in, powering up the Dragon Dagger, delivering a Dragon Strike, just as he did to Lord Zed. As the smoke clears, Tommy says that when he was the Green Ranger, no one ever taught him that. From what he can tell, it looks like they're on the same side, so how about he comes back with them to the command center and they figure all this out. You don't have to do this alone. The Green Ranger sheaths his dagger and stares for a moment, and then teleports away without even saying a word. Aisha says that she'll take that as a no on the team up then. And Rocky chimes in. Well, at least it's not Draken, right? Back up on the moon, Finster is watching and sighing. It failed again. And as the four of them once again try to figure out a way to please Zed when he wakes up, Zed walks out telling them, "As you can plainly see, I am still very much alive." Everyone gets on their hands and knees bowing. Babu says that they were afraid that he would never wake up again. Zed says, "As did I. The explosion delivered me to the edge of the Great Divide, but instead of killing me, the chaos energy now flows through me. It has strengthened my body and cleared my mind. I had forgotten why I am here, but no longer. All of my demons are returning, and we shall welcome them with open arms." But while they were out dealing with the latest threat, the Omega Rangers broke in and kidnapped Draken. Billy is getting to work fixing up Alpha after the battle, and Kim looks to Zordon. "Look, I know this looks bad, but I'm certain the Omega Rangers had a very good reason." Zordon stops her. "It was against my specific orders. The Omega Rangers broke in, assaulted Alpha, and kidnapped Draken. This isn't a difference of opinion. It is outright defiance, and I will not tolerate it. Once the repairs to Alpha are done, we will send out a message. If anyone is to encounter the Omega Rangers, they must be taken into custody by any means necessary. And after that, I will take away the powers of the Omega Rangers myself." Meanwhile, back up on the moon, Finster presents his latest iterations in the Putty Patroller craftsmanship and customization. First, the Putty Chomper can bite through tree trunks with ease, while the Putty Pilots can rain death from above and below. But to finish up the presentation, there are the Putty Piercers. They can fight up close and personal and tear through the Rangers with ease. All of these models are ready and willing to fight in his name. All he has to do is say the word. Zed sits in his throne asking, "And what is the word exactly? Your creations have only ever succeeded in being minor annoyances. I have been reliant on your creativity for too long, but thankfully that is no longer an issue." As Zed stands up, he holds out his hand and begins to imbue the putties with green chaos energy. The next day, the Power Rangers take some time to relax and visit the Angel Grove Music Festival to try and take their minds off of the recent attack on the command center. But it isn't too long before the putties appear and everyone quickly suits up. However, this one putty is different from the rest. This one putty is taking Tommy down with ease. Everyone leaps in to give their attempt in at the four-armed putty, but one by one they are knocked to the ground. That's when the Green Ranger is dispatched to take the putty out, and like the other Rangers, it's proving difficult for even him. The others each take out their blade blasters and they open fire, but the putty just dodges the oncoming blast, getting closer and closer to the group. Meanwhile, up on the moon, Zed is watching. Yes, this is going well, but they could be doing so much better." He slams his staff into the ground, and that shockwave travels down from the moon into the people at the music festival. As Rocky is looking around, he asks if that's everyone. And Kimberly begins to brace herself as everyone begins to convert into these putties. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this was a trap. The chaos energy infused putties quickly begin to lash out, but while everyone is either dodging or blocking the oncoming attacks, Aisha asks if these are tougher than the normal ones. Tommy calls out to just remain in a defensive posture until the real people get clear, but Kimberly begins to fire her bow. "I'm just gonna shoot a bunch of defensive arrows to keep things from touching me." In the midst of the fight, Zed appears, telling the Putty Prime to take out the Black Ranger. He'll do nicely. Before Adam can even realize it, the Prime Putty charges in at him, slamming him into the ground, channeling some of its energy into Adam's mind. Meanwhile, the new Green Ranger is having a hard time fighting off even the standard putties due to their infusion of chaos energy, and they begin to beat him into the ground. But just before the putties could capture the Green Ranger, Billy charges in, knocking them away and helping the Green Ranger up, telling him that Grace needed to disrupt the chaotic entanglement and realign the energy paths. "But right now you need to go." The Green Ranger stands up, telling him thanks, but as he teleports out, Billy didn't realize that Aisha was listening to him talking to the Green Ranger, and seemingly knowing what the Green Ranger was doing. Back with the others, the struggle to hold the putties back is proving difficult, but it's increasingly so as Tommy is now shot from behind by Adam. Adam tells him, "Look guys, I'm finally starting to get the handle of this thing." Tommy gets back up asking, "Did one of you shoot me in the back?" Kimberly says that it was Adam. She doesn't think that he's all good in the head. Adam then yells out, "I don't know where they all came from all of a sudden, but I'm gonna send them all back in pieces." Aisha then says, yeah, Adam's lost his mind. Guess we'll just have to knock him out and apologize for the headache later. So after kicking Adam in the back of the head and knocking him out, the Rangers find themselves now down 2 fighters with hardly any progress on the existing super putties. As the Rangers begin to teleport out, Tommy sighs. We're running from putties. Zed's gonna love this. And as they get back to the command center, Billy and Rocky help Adam to the med bay as Tommy and Kimberly try to figure out what's going on. Kimberly asks if the putties are getting stronger or if they're getting weaker. Zordon says that from the readings he's getting, the putties have been laced with chaos energy. They are significantly more dangerous than usual. After everyone is back to 100%, we'll send you back out there. But Alpha interrupts him, shouting, I did it! I was finally able to trace the Green Ranger's teleportation trajectory. You'll never guess where he's been going. Back over on Promethea, Grace is running her tests over on the Green Ranger to try and retune him so that he could be more effective against the new forces of Putty when she hears something behind her. Without even turning around, she says, You were bound to find out sooner or later. And Zordon tells her, Listen very carefully. The seductive nature of the Dragon Power Coin is not lost on me. I admit, even I do not fully understand its powers, but I do know it is extremely dangerous and not to be trifled with. Therefore, return it and I will see it properly secured. Grace says that she can tell by the purplish hue that he's upset, and he has every right to be. He took the coin without asking, and for that she's sorry. She did it because she believes that it is time that humanity had a say in its own protection. They both want the same thing, and that is to keep the planet safe, and right now they can both agree they have bigger problems to worry about than who has the dragon coin. Zordon looks at her. At the moment, perhaps, but when this threat is abated, you will return the coin. If you fail to do so, I will have the Power Rangers retrieve it by force. Back at the command center, Billy begins his scans on Adam to make sure that there's no residual chaos particles. And Aisha walks in. I heard everything, Billy. What are you doing? You gave Grace the dragon coin? You smuggled it out of the command center? How long have you been lying to us? Billy sees that there's really no way around this, so he tells her, Fine. Yeah, I figured a way to recharge the dragon coin, and yes, I helped Promethea create a Green Ranger, but it's not what you think. I was going to tell Zordon. I tried it a dozen times, but I just have to do it on my terms is all. Please, I can fix this, Aisha. That's when Adam begins to wake up and asks if they're talking about him. I have a massive headache. But did I really attack you guys? However, there's not even a moment of rest because up on the moon, Zed says that it's time to reveal to the world what they truly are, to face their fears no matter how big they might be. Zed slams his staff down, funneling more chaos energy into the new Prime Putty, causing it to grow substantially. And within seconds, Rangers are back out in the city, in their Zords ready to fight. Kimberly sees the giant Prime Putty. It's 2-on-1. This should be fine, right? But the Prime Putty turns to the Thunder Zord, detaching one of its arms and launching it to grab the Zord by the face. Rocky shouts out, I can't see! And Billy tells them that they have bigger problems. That hand is frying their power relays. As the Thunder Zord begins to lose power and fall back, Zed tells the Prime Putty, This is perfect. Deal with the White Ranger and leave the rest for my other children. As they begin to crash down, Billy says that he's rerouting the gyroscopic controls. That should get them back up and running. And Kimberly says that that is the least of their worries. They have a lot of those supercharged putties crawling literally all over the Zord. Rocky tells everyone to keep working. He'll go out and stop them from getting into the cockpit. Rocky goes out and quickly realizes that he is only one person against an army of super putties, which is why he welcomes the saving hand of Adam to help keep the swarm from getting any closer. But back with Tommy Oliver, Prime Putty launches another hand to try and fry the Tiger Zord's controls. But Tommy swings down, cutting it down, telling him, I've already seen that trick before. He then tries to go in for a counterattack, but it seems like the Prime Putty has already anticipated this response and hits him with a blast of chaos energy. Zordon radios in. Perhaps we should regroup. Judging from the energy output, I believe that Zed is controlling this creature personally. We should teleport you all out before. But Alpha begins to panic. I'm picking up something! It's the Dragon Zord! Atop a nearby building, the Green Ranger plays the Dragon Flute, and the Zord begins to unload all of its missiles, pushing back enough, giving Tommy the time that he needs to get back up. Tommy tells Zordon that the Dragon Zord is in view. We might have a chance, Zordon. But before Zordon can even respond, Grace interrupts him. I believe that I can speak for the Green Ranger. The Dragon Zord is here to help. And with the modifications that we made, How would you all feel about a little power-up? Seeing a chance to fuse, Tommy and the Green Ranger begin to power up their Zords, when out of nowhere, Zed fires a blast right between them, powerful enough to blow both Zords away with relative ease. Back with the others, Rocky and Adam begin to rush in, with the putties right behind them shouting that they need to do something, and quick! Kimberly radios to Zordon, stating that she is making the call. Teleport us and Tommy out of here, Zordon! Just then, everyone is teleported out and taken to the command center, where Tommy quickly takes off his helmet. Okay, that was close. Nice teleporting, buddy. Alpha tells him, thank you, but At that moment, Candace, Skull's girlfriend, begins to walk down the hallway telling Zordon and Alpha they're not the ones who teleported him out. She did. And sorry for the theatrics. She never intended to reveal herself quite in this manner, but she simply had no choice. Her name isn't Candace, but Zelia of Eltar. Zelia's skin begins to change to the same color as Zordon's, and Rocky begins to panic. Wait, Skull had a girlfriend? And she's an alien! Zella tells Zordon that it is an honor to stand before him. But Zordon interrupts her. Why wasn't I informed that Earth is under supervision? And Zelia tells him that she doesn't know. She was simply told to make sure that the Power Rangers survive at all costs, for the Third Elatarian War is upon them. But this reveal isn't the only thing that the Rangers are facing. With their retreat, Zed took it upon himself to encase all of Angel Grove in a bubble, sending out his putties to prevent anyone from entering or leaving. Zed then turned to Goldar and the rest of them, telling them that the city is now theirs. You each have a role, and I expect you to play a part. It's about time that we built a better world. But while everyone tries to figure out a way back into Angel Grove, there's a broadcast that Alpha picks up. A signal coming from inside the globe. The Green Ranger appears on the screen telling everyone, I know this is a scary time for all of you. I'm supposed to be in here telling you that everything's going to be fine and we've got it under control. But the truth is, I don't know that for sure. To be honest, I'm scared too, and I haven't been doing this for very long. But what I do know is that we can get through this as long as we don't turn on each other, and I promise you that, no matter what, I won't abandon you. And to prove that, we should all get to know each other a little bit better. The Green Ranger begins to take off his helmet. He looks into the camera. Hi, my name is Matt Cook, and I'm one of you. So stay strong, and may the power protect us all. And there you have it, the Green Ranger's reveal. Now, Matt Cook is not made up just to be the Green Ranger. Apparently, and I didn't read the series, so I had to look it up, but apparently he had a substantial role in the Go-Go Power Rangers storyline. But yes, it is not Draken. But you're probably wondering, well, where did Draken go if the Omega Rangers kidnapped him? Well, that storyline is actually in the Omega Rangers storyline that we're going to be bringing you in 2 weeks as we continue the Power Rangers coverage. You see, that whole story where they took Draken, well, that actually happened in another book. So we're going to bring that to you shortly, so make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like the video, as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers are still rotating. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I will see you next time right here.